Hi everyone. So it's a absolutely stunning bank holiday Monday. The weather's bright, the people are smiling, the sun is shining, and I am off to do some drops today. Looking at dropping off to properties that have perhaps been on the market for a little while, seeing if we can help them to move to a different property, or potentially even help them to sell their house. But the primary objective is to see if we can make sure that whoever's selling their property is doing everything they can. Of course, we'd love to pick up the listing, but you know, as an estate agent in this area, I think it's really important that I support the community. So you know, giving them advice and support, irrespective of whether it comes out as a sale, I think is a good thing to do. It'll build up our brand, and it'll make sure that even if this vendor doesn't sell with us, they may well mention us along the way somewhere. Huge amount of business from an estate agent comes from word of mouth. So I've just actually finished my first drop out in Mildenhall at the moment. Really nice part of Mildenhall actually, but a bungalow, but they're not at home. So I've dropped off one of our happy sale guarantee offer letters. In there it talks about all of the things that the current estate agent should be doing to help them sell their home. Everything on that list is exactly what YouMove do to make sure that we market the property and maximise the opportunity to sell the property. So they weren't in, so drop one of those off. Let's see if we get a response. If not, perhaps I'll pop back in a week or so and give the door a knock again if it's still for sale. But let's see how the rest of my day goes. I'll keep you updated. So, just been to the next one. Interesting conversation actually. The property that I went to was in Beck Row, currently being rented out. Spoke to the tenant. Tenant was fully aware of the fact that the property was being rented, and actually they're quite keen to move out, and they've found somewhere else to live, but they're kind of waiting for the vendor to sell. Yeah, had a good conversation with him. The current tenant's going to pass the information over to the landlord. Let's see where we go from there. So onwards and upwards. Did I say it was sunny? Sorry about that. So I'm lucky enough to live just on the edge of Thetford Forest. So I've decided to stop in one of the lovely forest cafes for a sandwich and a drink before I carry on. I've only managed to do 15 door knocks this morning, which is pretty good, but it's not as many as I was hoping for. I've got over 40 to do today, but there's a really good reason for that. I've had a couple of conversations, a brief chat with a potential vendor that might come to something. But my last drop, knocked on the door, asked if we could help them with their onward move. He said, I'm not sure. I said, why? He said, because the estate agent that I'm with, I haven't spoken to him in 2 months. I said, oh. He said, we're not very happy. Would you like to come in? Bingo. So a really nice chat, lovely couple, looking to sell their house, downsize, move a little further away from where we are at the minute, taking all the information from them. I'm hoping that it's going to turn into a listing, fingers crossed. But it does go to show that getting out and about in your area, knocking on doors, not just simply advertising on social media and sending a load of leaflets out, it really will make the difference. So yeah, pretty pleased by lunchtime. Speak to you later. So, positive update from earlier on. That potential vendor that I went round to see, popped in, had a look around their house. They've already messaged me to say that they'd be really interested in me marketing their property. So, fantastic news. I was going to go out and do a few more door drops today, but I'm actually now going to go back to the office and send them some information and start doing some research on their property for them, so I can be fully informed when I go around and do the full appraisal for them. So yeah, really good day. If you want any more information on YouMove Mildenhall, please just check out the details below. 24/7. So if you need a valuation, you're just interested on what your property might be worth, give me a bell. Thanks. one of the reasons I wanted to become an estate agent is to meet new people all the time. And you know, I popped in to see somebody today. They've already got their house on the market with another vendor, but they allowed me to come into the property, and you know, I was having a nice chat with them. And I'm quite tattooed up, you know, I've got them on my arms, etc. I don't hide them. I'm wearing a short sleeve shirt today, you can see. But she spotted this particular tattoo I have on my right arm, and it's a Star Wars mural, and she is the biggest Star Wars fan. And you know what? All of a sudden we had that link, that commonality between us, something that we both loved, and it made such a difference to the conversation. The conversation flowed really easily. She opened up completely about her journey so far as a vendor, and what the current estate agent has, or perhaps more appropriately hasn't done, to try and help them sell their property. And you know, this could well be a second listing that I've been able to pick up in one day of doing some door knocks and just saying hello to people in the area that I operate in. So what a great result. Change of plan. So I've just had a call from one of my existing vendors. I did say that we would perhaps take the photographs of the exterior of the house again when we had a brighter day. Today is a brighter day, so I gave him a ring this morning and said I was out and about with my camera, and he's just called me back and said yeah, it was convenient to come around and do it. So that's what I'm going to do. Anything we can do to try and improve the opportunity of these properties that we're marketing to sell, then we'll do it, working alongside the vendor to get it sold. So off I go. That was an interesting conversation. So I took the photographs, all good. Vendor also had some photographs of the back of the property at night with all the lights on. Looks amazing. So he sent me over those, and I'm going to add those to the listing as well, so that's really good. But we had a conversation about potentially selling the property via the modern method of auction as well, which is something he wasn't considering to start with, but perhaps has changed his mind over the last week or so. We partner with a company called I Am Sold, and it allows us to auction the property on the modern method way through Rightmove. It's a great way of marketing a property, and actually it's a much quicker sale in terms of the time it takes from listing to completion as well. So he now wants some more detail on that, which is great. You know, everything we can do to try and help this vendor sell his house, we will. So you know, we are a partner in the truest sense of the word with our vendors and our buyers, of course, but we work on behalf of our vendors to get their property sold. So that's it for me, I promise. Speak to you soon.